Hello. Okay, let's go. Hello, everybody. As you've seen, I got my East domain and domains after quite a rough time with gas. Yo, what's up, everybody? Waiting for Tako to connect and sharing. Yo, we have Tako. We have the doctor. Let's see if I can bring her up. Let's see, because this is always like a test. Hi, Tako. Can you hear me? No, you're still as a listener. I have no idea why. Let's see. Guys, this is always okay. Now you're a speaker. Are you? I don't know. Are you there? You have. Let's see. She has her mic off. Okay, she's now a co-host. Okay, now I think you can speak. But you're on mute.
Oh, I think now I can.
Okay, hi. Okay, now
Finally.
I can hear you. Hi, finally we're here. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty emotionally drained. I don't know. With my sommelier exam, but yeah. For that, anyways, I'm happy. So yeah, how are you? How are things going in Georgia? How are you? Long time no talk. It's been days
Yeah,
and
that's
days
true.
for my exam.
Yeah, and well, first of all, I want to congratulate you if your journey of getting your exams to the end point finally arrived. I I kind of I should be honest. Like I hate exams, and I'm so happy.
You're a PhD, so yeah, it comes from your side. So
So yeah, congrats, and yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Um, to be honest, lately I'm trying to prioritize my mental health because I'm fortunate in spaces, but often forget about my own to take care about myself and uh, schedule accordingly all the things that happening with my project, with my life, according to my taking care about my mental health.
yeah, it's really important. I was talking with not many people, but like all the guests around this spaces thing. Like you always feel you're missing out. The spaces are not that big in Italy, for example, but I know everybody like in the US or the community, like NFT community, is always in spaces, which is cool. I mean, it also keeps you company, but if you like need to speak in every space, like it's hard, like so one is also to take some time off, just like I think every social media, right? Like it's not all the spaces. So yeah, it's cool you're taking care of it. Otherwise the NFT thing, just like any other project, just takes the best of you, and it's not cool,
Yeah, that's
you know. Yeah.
exactly,
So
yeah.
yeah, right now I'm actually seeing another space live from the many people are usually here, but yeah, hopefully they're gonna end soon and come here. But anyways, anyways, the thing is recording, so it's gonna be on the podcast anyways. I don't wanna, as you said, mental health is important, so I don't want to really um don't want to really the space to take the longest. So I'm just gonna dive right in and ask you, what's mental health for you, and how you do take care of your mental health uh, daily, or how have you done it in your life?
Mm. Oh, I think that's a really deep question.
It is, but everybody, it is, but everybody,
Yeah.
everybody takes this question. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
your
No,
problem.
I'm going to answer it. Well, first of all, I think mental health for me personally is um, being in a balance with myself, with my emotions, with people that surround me, and being on not the best. I don't like this taking this to like putting too much pressure on myself, like being my best and stuff like that. But being in a state where I am capable of um, taking care about other people, taking care about my responsibilities, and um, being present in the moment. Because when we have this mental health problems, we become um, temporarily but disabled at some point. So I'm trying to keep this balance in my life and take care of myself. And what I do for this, first of all, uh, with this NFT space, as you said, people are never sleeping. They're always in the spaces
Which is
talking.
bad. Trust me, it's bad. Like sleep.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. And
and you are on like my time zone, or like an hour more, and you have all these spaces at night, which is not good, you know?
well, yeah, you know what I did? I always used to be old. I love to go to sleep later and wake up a little bit later. So what I do now, I have my own schedule that I have to finish whatever I do in the NFT space before 12 a.m. This is a comfortable time for me. I'm kind of closing my desktop, laptop, and I have about 1 hour for myself just to take care and forget about the phones and stuff like that, and go to sleep. So this is my first thing, because if you're not control of your sleep hygiene, this is where most of your daily problems will come in. Even if you're just, in general mental health good, like you don't have anxiety, you don't have depression because of other reasons, just because you're sleep deprived, the lot of mental health problems will arrive
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, sleep is really, really important. So what I'm trying to do is um, to do all the Twitter stuff before 12 a.m. And this is comfortable time for me. I used to start spaces at 1 a.m. from in my time, and this is absolutely not right thing to do. And I decided to leave it in the 2021, and in 2022 start a new year with a new approach to my own sleeping patterns. And this is the most important part, I would say. Yeah,
How is it going?
it's good. um, I'm forcing myself to turn off the phone or desktop. Oh my god, laptop. Um, if I'm going overtime, mm, and just reminding myself that NFT space will not go anywhere. We're
Yeah.
here for a long term, so um, yeah, I'm just trying to remind myself. In other stuff, I would say that I don't know whether it's because of my ADHD or something. But I'm not really a person who loves to follow the patterns, and sometimes I'm forgetting things. If I'm not putting it into the schedule of my calendar, and if my phone doesn't remind me about something, then I'm not going to remember about it. So my way of controlling my day and taking care about myself is putting it, when I start the day, I put some break times into my phone, and when I schedule calls, meetings, work, I always try to be mindful about these breaks, even if it's just for 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, um, just to take my time and just relax. It depends what I'm doing at the moment, but it's about just trying to control the time. And I'm doing it at the beginning of the day, and it's always differs from day to day, because me personally, I don't like when there is a pattern that repeats day after day, because I don't know, it's the way that my mind works. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't
So
like it's either, I would say.
so yeah, I like that when there
That
is some.
doesn't like I do feel working at home sometimes it's always the same thing over and over. So you need
Yeah,
to find yourself even a hobby or something different. And the sommelier thing, that's how it started for me. But anyways, the mental health aspect of it is surely something um to think and really act on it, and I think destroying like the thoughts of, oh my god, like meditation, no, I cannot meditate, or even something else,
yeah.
I started meditation, and honestly it's probably the best thing that's happened this year. I mean, we're January, but yeah, because it's really helping me out. And so I do feel we really need to get moving and really start to understand we do have shortcomings, with our own mental health sometimes. And yeah, I mean, you're a doctor, mental health is health. So we're not even talking about it. So thank you for sharing. Just want to connect with NFTs right now. So I'm going to ask you, in your opinion, how do NFTs and mental health connect together? You have a project going on, which is, of course, mental health related. So that's, I think, the
Mhm.
right question for you. And tell me about how you came to NFTs, probably also connected to mental health, I guess, and what the project is about for everybody who is not gonna know about it. I see Lee Branch. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it correctly. I'm gonna let you on the stage. Just a quick second. You go, Taco. So we'll
Okay.
just keep this person on the stage.
Okay, I'll start from my path to the NFTs, and it will lead to the goals of my project. Well, first of all, I found out about NFTs when I was in my own mental breakdown back in July. It was the middle of July, and it was a time when I was um, going through hard times in my personal life. And I wouldn't say that those problems resolved by today, but sometimes there are moments when you're just totally broke down, and about that, and that was
Are
that
they
moment.
ever solved? They're never solved. It's just you learn to deal with them.
Yeah, have to have to deal with it and have to cope with it. So yeah, and I was in the middle, to be honest, in the middle of my dissertation, and um, even though I finished my dissertation, at that moment I actually called my supervisors and told them that I need to take a break. I can't continue doing my research about XR accessibility for neurodivergent users. I just couldn't do anything, literally anything, and all all I could do, to be honest, no social media, no communication with friends, nothing. I was just um, really melancholic, I would say. I was drawing, and that's what I do all the time when I feel low. It just helps me to keep my mind together and just um, go through self-analysis and um, some uh, analyzing my thoughts and my life and what should I do. It just helps me to concentrate a bit better. And that's when I was find out about NFTs. Um, the only thing that I was doing in social media is looking for art experts that I follow and their stories and just looking at the art. And one of these persons were sharing about NFTs, and I got really, really excited. It got me, it sparked me. It's something new that I learned. It's about the technology because I also really big tech lover, and I dived in and I realized that, well, I think that's what I'm going to do the next few years in my life because I got
Which was
excited about
not
the
a
future.
dissertation, by the way.
Yeah, no, yeah. I actually took a break from NFTs in August to finish my dissertation, and then came back in September. Um, and to be honest, even so at the beginning when I was choosing my XR-related theme for my dissertation, I had no idea about metaverse. I just had idea. I just knew that VR worlds are just more prevalent in our industries, like whether it's a healthcare, whether it's about retail, whether it's about sports, gaming, and I was trying to find out how it's accessible for people with neurodiversity. And yeah, and here I am in the NFT space. And how I started my project, and which is about visible and invisible disability inclusion, including mental health. Well, as I said, I was drawing, and what I was drawing was these girls that you can see in my collection, in my Genesis collection. And as I started working on the project, at the beginning, at the stage, at this moment in the NFT space, not much project really had any values. There were just the collections were dropping and people were buying, and that was all what was important at that time. But for me, I can not do anything if I don't have some kind of a value or goal to achieve. For me, art for art's sake is not enough. I don't feel like in terms of like producing the art, I always wanted, whenever I put my time and my efforts in creating something, I want to know that I'm achieving some kind of a goal. I'm helping someone. And that's why I used to be a doctor. And that's why I used to be a consular officer. And that's why I studied for disability inclusion. So
it all makes it like it's like circling back to your values, right?
Yeah. Because from the first impression, it might sound like I'm really all over the place and I have no idea what I'm doing, but actually I perfectly know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it in different ways, in different professions and different pathways and careers.
This
But
is
it's all
really something that really moves me quite a lot, and it's what I do feel is actually the same for me. I just finished recording a video. I have a format on YouTube called MB Uncut. It's because where I talk emotions mainly, so I don't cut anything. It's like pure diary and stuff. I never cut anything actually, but it's like pure, like I don't even edit the time which I switch on and off the camera. So it's like there's everything. And I was talking about a sentence that it's ironically in one of the most ironic songs ever, which is "God Save the Queen" by Sex Pistols, and where they say, I don't know what I want, but I know how to get it, which is mainly I have my values that are aligned, even though sometimes I don't really know what I do want. So I know what is moving me, and the target might change, so it's really something that I do resonate quite a lot with, even though I'm sure the Sex Pistols would have thought it on a different way, like more political, more satire way. Anyways, I see a raised hand, so I like when there's interactions with these. Just keep your speeches and interventions short, so then if there's someone else that wants to speak or Tako wants to share more, we're here. There is Lebranche. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the stage is yours if you want, and you can ask Tako whatever you want.
Oh,
Hi there.
Thank you. Hi. I'm from Russia. I'm just learning English, so may I not understand some words.
We're not native speakers, so don't worry.
Yeah,
okay.
And
nobody is.
And if you have some problems in finding the right word in English, you always can say it in Russian, because I'm native in Russian as well.
Yeah, really?
So you're
Yeah.
lucky. That's your lucky day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Okay. I have two questions. First question is about borderline personality disorder. Because I have borderline personality disorder, and I have question for this. Do you think it is possible to cure borderline personality disorder with pills? Like, it's like second, yes, like a cure with pills. Borderline personality disorder.
Yeah, I understand it. Well, first of all, what I want to say, LeBron Daniel, that yes, I'm a doctor, but first of all, I'm
Oh,
not a therapist. Secondly,
uh,
it's yeah, I will give you the direction, but giving away like medical advices online is
Yeah.
also not ethical. So I just give you a direction in terms of like what you have to do. First of all, you definitely
Yeah.
have to reach out to professionals. That's the most important part. Try to not follow 100% what people say in spaces and in the internet, because they have their own experiences and their own perspectives, and it doesn't mean that what worked for them will work for you as well, you know.
Yeah.
okay.
So the best way to find the answers how you can manage your borderline personality disorders is go to professional and find something that is best for you, because there are a lot of different ways how you can treat it. It includes the therapies, it includes meditations, it includes a lot of different approaches, including maybe sometimes in medicines as well.
Mm.
But it should be tailored personally to you and your what works for you. This is the most important part. Um, what I would say, don't feel down or low because you have this disorder, and sometimes it might be challenging.
Yeah, take a toll. Yeah.
It's okay. There is a lot of people who go through the same, but it's important for you to be patient and to be committed to find this. I call it tools. I mean, whether it is whether it's therapy, whether it's about meditation, what it's going to be. To be committed to this and be consistent, and you eventually find something that will be helpful for you.
Yeah.
Because again, there is a lot of ADHD person who speaks in Twitter spaces, but we are all different. We are all, it's a diversity, and it's really hard to say what is the one thing that is helpful for everyone.
Yeah, I can tell you also my co-host in the podcast also has the same as you, and I can tell you from her experience that Taco is right. The amount of let's say typologies and possibilities of treatment are surely go beyond my knowledge. I'm not a doctor, not even a doctor, and let's not even talk therapist. But from what I've seen is something that's first of all is really common. So that doesn't make you, I would say, special. Like you're not alone in this, and also, so first of all, think about this, and then there's lots of things you can do. But first and foremost is talking to a therapist and finding professional help that can really help you navigate all these possibilities, because you can do just as much, and then you really need to trust people that have devoted their lives to help people out. That's also my experience with therapy and doctors and everything. So you said you had two questions, so if you want to do the second one, so then we move on.
No. Thank you very much for your advice. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much for taking the stage. I know it's not easy, and it's something that even people with lots of followers and being in the space for quite a while, I'm sure Taco knows a lot of them, really are super emotional when they come on stage. So I think you were brave, and thank you so much for your contribution anyways. So Taco, moving back
And
to your, yeah.
I'll just make one comment. Just whenever you need help or like feel that you need some kind of support, you always can reach out to me. And as I said, I do speak Russian, so don't feel pressure that you have to speak English. You can send me a DM in Russian, and we can continue conversation there. Sure.
Yeah, amazing. So moving back to the NFTs, right? So your project, you already told me what's the connection that you wanted to promote inclusion, and diversity and through art actually. But what are you seeing in the space? Like, are you seeing project? Because I'm talking with people that of course are into, so I'm quite like in a bubble of mental health and NFTs. But I'm following, for example, a couple of Italian projects, and actually tomorrow I'm launching a really small project, but also is dedicated to disabilities. So it's always the same thing. But what's your perspective of what have you seen in the space? Do you think overall the space is getting, for example, more, I don't know, Black creators, women creators? So do you think there's more inclusion, or it's just like copycat of what's happening in real life? If I explain myself correctly, because that's kind of it's how the NFT can, because what happens with technology, sometimes it could be more inclusive, but it also could be more exclusive. So
yeah, well, I understand what you're asking, and my take on it is that, and that's why I'm so vocal about disability inclusion. It all depends, it's all up on us, up to us. What I mean is, we are at the beginning of creating something new, of building this new environment, and what values and missions and and goals we are going to put into this at that moment of development. I think that's how we're going to develop our new Web3 world. And you can hear there is a lot about gender equality, about biopics, artists, and there is no conversations about disability inclusion. And that's why I'm talking about it that so much, because, well, when we think about the equity, I should remind everyone that there is no equity if there is no disability inclusion. We're talking about 1.2 billion people, and the gender, skin color, religion, political views, it's all kind of included into into disability inclusion as well, because it doesn't matter where you're from and what kind of beliefs do you have. Disability touches everyone, everywhere. And what I believe that if we continue promoting and pushing our values, whatever it is, for someone it's about gender equality, right? For someone it's promoting Black artists. The better our world is going to be, and the better the world that we are building is going to be more accessible and inclusive. And I also think that it should go beyond representation, only like disability inclusion and skin color inclusion, because when you think about other countries who are also involved into this space, or would love to be involved into this space, sometimes it comes that financial struggles are also some kind of an obstacles and barrier for people to be part of this NFT space, because all these gas fees, the prices of NFTs, they are high. Not everybody can afford it. Not everybody can change their life by buying one NFT and then the project go to the moon, and like investment of, I don't know, like $70 just turns into the $1 million, like I did in Bored Ape case, right? Somebody just don't have this money to make this initial investment. So talking about all this problem and identifying these obstacles is really important, and really trying to address them and make this as an agenda of our conversations. I don't know how long you are in the space, but from my perspective, from July, I can see that topics of Twitter Spaces are evolving. It's not just about talking about what's the next project. People are starting to talk about important things. People are starting looking at the project from a more serious point of view, like trying to understand who are the developers, what are their experiences, what are their plans, what are their intentions, what are their values. And I think that's something that we are bringing from our real lives and from also like a startup world. We're trying to understand and evaluate so-called projects, startup, right? And think about how much we want to be invested into this project, right? How much this investment is going to bring us the value, whether it's about financial value or whether it's about the social change. Because when we talk about making a change in the NFTs, I think that what we create here, it not only applies to the NFT space. I think that whatever the change we are creating in the our Web3 world, like a virtual world, is going to proliferate into real life as well, right? Because when we are influencing people here talking in the spaces, these people, when they're turning their Twitters off, they're going to real life and they're continuing spreading the message that we put out there.
Yeah, indeed. So values again and again, and thinking how really Web3 and actually the web in general really connects to the real world. These are not, as many people say, two different entities. It's two sides of the same coin, whether we like it or not, right? So, in terms of the real world, I have also another question for you, which is if you could change like with a magic wand. This is also a question we always ask in the narrative of mental health. One thing, what would you change if you could change just one thing?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I would change our minds that are mostly really self-damaging, I would say, because whenever we go through a hard time or we are facing some challenges in our life, mostly we have really self-destructive thoughts in terms of like, or you're a failure, or you didn't succeed in this. Of course you didn't. You are
Yeah,
not
so
good
you
enough.
would
You're not
change your
smart enough.
internal self-talk, our
Yes.
internal self-talk.
Yep. Because the mindset that we have in our minds, it's kind of it dictates how we act, how we behave, and what we are capable or not capable to do in outside our minds.
Yeah. Have you seen how internal, like this is an off-topic question, but have you seen how self-talk can really change the way people behave when it comes to health in general, in your experience, as a doctor or studying what you studied? Because this is also something that is always up to debate, like even cancer, people that are under cancer treatment that say, if I didn't really believe I could do it, maybe I wouldn't have made it, and if you hear it from the other side, it's like, oh my God, like self-help talk, but I'm sure there's something to it,
It is, yeah. Well, do not go too deep into this, how our minds work and all these connections and stuff like that. And to be honest, my English from the medical point of view is not that advanced. It's like a
no
word
worries.
for medicine, but it has a real huge impact. And when we are studying in the university, we're often told that we're treating not with first of all, how we treat is with our words. When we come to our patient and we start talking with them, the way we set the mood over the conversation and their own perspective, encouraging them that everything's going to be okay. It's going to dictate how people are going to recover from their treatment. And it actually has a scientific proof because our mind, it's all connected in our head, in our organism, in our body. The impulses that our mind sends to our organism, whether it's depressive or is it positive, it's chains of actions in our bodies, like chemical and physical and biological, physiological, a lot of stuff, and it really depends on our mood and our thoughts. So it's really, really important to talk with people and encourage them to be more positive, to have the positive outlook on their own situations. Of course, it depends on the cancer. You said, like, it's quite a hard time for people, and it's not that easy. Saying this word, be positive, is not helpful.
Yeah, no. It's like, I have anxiety. Don't have anxiety. Like, okay.
Like, just get focused. Just be positive. It doesn't help, right? You have to teach people how they can challenge it. It's a long-term process. Whether it's a conversation with someone, again, especially with professionals who can help you, point you out and direct you how you can challenge your negative thoughts. Sometimes you don't even realize that you have these negative thoughts. And try to change them into the positive. It's like giving them a little messages, like a little direction, little pushes that help them to be more positive outlook, and that's really important. This is a cognitive behavior therapy. We all use it in our practices when we are treating our patients.
Yeah, I also have a pretty nice. I did a pretty nice reading around this. I think in English it's called "A Life Worth Living" by a professor that you probably have heard of, who is Marsha Linehan, which was amazing, and it really speaks about how she, from her own issues and problems, including borderline personality disorder, has become one of the biggest researchers and professors and people of knowledge of psychology and behavioral therapy. And she actually created her own type of behavioral therapy. So she's really made it on that. And I really do advise this book a lot to everybody that's that might be struggling, because it really can be eye-opening on this. But thank you so much for having shared also your scientific backed science back consideration and your scientific perspective. And I already took half an hour of your time, so I don't know what time is it in where are you right now, but I'm sure maybe it's dinner time or something. So I don't wanna take more of your time. This episode is gonna be on the podcast and probably on my YouTube channel as well, but I'm gonna send you all the links. And I do want to thank Lee Branch, I'm sorry again for mispronouncing the name, for sharing. It's not easy, it's not obvious, and it really takes boldness and courage. So thank you. And also, if you want to remind Tak where they can find your project and all the references, feel free, because then I pinned a tweet here, but when it goes off Twitter, they might not know. So please go ahead and share it so they can know.
Yeah. Well, I kind of will make also a little sum up for my project. Well, Unikgals, this is going to be a movement, a brand that's going to celebrate and empower disability inclusion, and get it into the new level and really incorporate into our new world that we're building, and also get it back to real life as well. And at the moment, I already launched this Genesis collection, which is available on the OpenSea in my profile, which is Unikgals_NFT. As at the beginning, I use Unikgals as initial raising funds for the big project and the big plans that I have for for our work. And just to thank all the people who support us early. I'm first of all will be giving away one transforming crystal that's going to change the appearance of Unikgals, because in main collection their appearance is going to change a little bit.
Okay.
It's going to be a surprise. And yeah,
Not gonna spoiler it.
no. And we all want some waiting list, right? Like a love list, or like there's a lot of different ways how we call it. And I hate all this, make a retreat, like jump over your head twice and like get the egg of the dragon, something like that, to get on the spot. So instead of these things, all the Unikgals holders will get this waitlist spot for the main collection. And in the future, I'm developing 3D avatars, so they will also get that for free. And all the utilities from the naming collection, we will be talking about a later stage. But of course, all the genetics collection support is going to be like an OG Club members and have access to all of these things. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. We thank you for sharing. We do have on the really last minute a request by the crypto wow. If you do have a question, this is your time.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Luke, and I just want to say hi. And I was listening to what you were saying. It's a very small group, and this kind of work is so important for to get this kind of representation out there. I myself use the art and photography as a method of therapy itself. So my art isn't about mental health, but it really is. Helping me get through my anxiety and a lot of things. So I just wanted to say, thank you for this space, and this project sounds very, very interesting.
No, thank you so much for sharing. Actually, having someone, mainly at least one person per space, saying that they feel welcome in the space where we talk NFTs and mental health because art is helping them is really cool. Can you can like, it's not shilling, like you can say the name of the project if you want, so then people that listen only to the audio recording can really just go look it up.
Sure. Well, I have a PFP project, and that is helping people learn about.
If you hear sound, it's just my dog playing. No worries.
The PFP project is Dead Rover, and you can find it on OpenSea/Dead Rover, and that is really just a little Mars rovers PFPs that people can buy. And then I also have laser art, so it's on OpenSea/laser art, and that is work that I do. Low-level photography with lasers, and I have that out there. So originally, that project was I needed a background for the PFP, so I was doing the laser background, and I was just like, well, these are really interesting on their own, and so I've been exploring that, and now I put those out as their own art, so. That is what I'm doing, and my name is Luke, and you can find me on Twitter, the Crypto Wow.
Thank you so much for sharing. I hope Tako didn't mind. It's actually super interesting to have people. It's not like shilling. It's like I do feel it's not pure shilling. It's like really sharing one's journey around mental health and through art. So that's really cool. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Luke, for coming to the space and making us feel good. And I 100% support you in this healing power of the arts.
Yeah.
Because I was also saying that my way to cope with my problem was art as well, and that brought me to the NFTs. Isn't it great? Yeah, and thank you for sharing your project. I will also take a look of it.
Yeah, amazing. So thank you everybody for sharing, and thank you, Tako, so much. As every time people coming in the last minute, because I'm sure like the timing is right. But honestly, as we said, everybody has their own schedule. So if you didn't really catch everything we said, this is going to stay as a recording on Twitter. Then I'm going to post it on my YouTube, and probably it's going to also be a podcast. So just look for the links in my bio if you want to catch up with it. There's going to be a lot of videos in Italian, but no worries. Those are going to be in English as well. Thank you so much, Tako, for sharing, even a part of your journey. And I'm gonna take my dog for a walk, speaking mental health. And and I really do wish you the best for your project. Actually, it's on my buying list, so I'm gonna do a coming out here. And thank you so much. We're gonna keep following you, and it was really a pleasure to have you here. Amazing. Thank you
It
so
was a
much.
pleasure to be with you.
Spasiba. Spasiba. Thank you so much, and have a nice rest of your evening. And everybody, if you're on the other side, just have a nice day. And please take care of your mental health. Don't spend your whole day on spaces, please. Thank you, Tako, so much.
Thank you. NFTs are going to stay. So
bye
take care.
bye.
Bye bye.